Mind putting your mask back on?
Super hard to eat while I'm wearing it.
It's super hard to eat when you're not.
All right, finally aged.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have some new Deadpool and Wolverine footage to go over. We'll also be talking about the Midnight Suns, Blade, the Black Knight, who we haven't seen since the Eternals, and we haven't really seen the Eternals since the Eternals, and Agatha Coven of Chaos. But it looks like the supernatural side of the MCU is doing well and moving forward, which I think a lot of fans are really excited about. So we're about to get Deadpool and Wolverine, and then a lot of new stuff from Marvel. We're also hearing a lot of new things about Deadpool and Wolverine. We're hearing that they are indeed adding more cameos to the film. They are doing reshoots right now just to add specific cameos. We'll go over who we expect to see in this video, and some cameos won't exactly be cameos, but really cool Easter eggs like we have in this scene here. In the new scene that we got here, and expect a lot of more scenes to come out pretty soon. We'll talk about that in just a bit as we talk about the future trailers that are coming for Deadpool and Wolverine. But in this scene in particular right here, they seem to be in some sort of a diner. But if you take a look at the window, this seems to be a Spider-Man 2 reference, as it seems to reference Joe's Pizza, who Spider-Man briefly works for, before he gets fired for not delivering the pizzas in 29 minutes or less. But if you flip the menu that is printed on the window in the background of the scene, if you flip it around, you can read that it says specials, Joe's Famous Chili Bowl, then down bottom it says Joe's Easy Omelet. A lot of people think that this is a reference from Spider-Man 2 because many insiders a while ago reported that there is going to be a Joe's Pizza / a Pizza Time reference from Spider-Man 2 in Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, before you get your hopes way up, some insiders have already stated that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is not going to be in this movie, which is indeed a bummer. However, we do know that they are shooting new cameo scenes right now, so there is a slight bit of hope. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but they very well could add a scene with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, especially if they want to do something very much connecting this even further to Avengers Secret Wars. Now, in this very brief scene, it's only 11 seconds. Nevertheless, it has some amazing dialogue and it has an epic joke in it, but it starts off by Wolverine telling Deadpool to put his mask back on. Deadpool says it's really hard to eat with it on, obviously, because you can't just shove food through a mask, but Wolverine says it's super hard to eat when you're not wearing it, implying that his face is so ugly he doesn't want to eat his food because he is so disgusted. Two things about the scene. One is this is the exact type of banter that I cannot wait to see all throughout the movie of Deadpool and Wolverine. We know they're going to be bickering with each other. We know they're going to be physically fighting each other, of course, but I can't wait to hear the jokes that they crack at each other, especially because this movie is rated R. They're not going to pull any punches with the jokes. They're going to go full out. But I think that this could also be where a conversation about Wolverine's mask happens. Wolverine's cowl. We don't see it anywhere in any of the trailers or footage that we've seen so far. Now, it is possible that Marvel Studios is pulling a Marvel Studios and that they could have actually edited it out, or they could have shot some versions of some scenes specifically for the trailers. Like Hugh Jackman could very well be wearing his cowl, his Wolverine mask in some of the scenes that we see in the trailer, but they might not want to reveal the mask right away. So in order to not reveal it, they shot the same scenes without him wearing it to not give it away. But this seems to be fairly early on in the movie, right after Wolverine and Deadpool fight each other, right after they somehow come to a common ground, and Deadpool convinces Wolverine to at least listen to him at this point in time. But if you take a look at Wolverine's chest, you can clearly see the bullet holes in his chest where Deadpool shot him. So this is after they've had an initial fight. And when they're talking about Deadpool's mask, I think Deadpool might say something like, we got to get you a mask too if we're going to be working together. You got to get your classic comic origin Wolverine mask, which I truly do believe he's going to say. That's the amazing thing about Deadpool. He can break the fourth wall. He can say, hey, we've never seen you in the yellow suit. The only thing left is the mask. We'll have to wait and see on that, but the final joke of this is just absolutely hilarious, and kudos to Ryan Reynolds or the writers, whoever came up with this. It's brilliant. We go to the base of Cassandra Nova where Deadpool and Wolverine are walking up to it, and we know now, thanks to the last trailer, that the base of Cassandra Nova is actually Ant-Man's hollowed out body. So when Deadpool and Wolverine walk up to the base, the helmet for Ant-Man lifts up and we see the skull of Ant-Man because, of course, he's dead. There was a scene in the official trailer where we see Goliath going up to what seems to be Ant-Man's body laying on the ground. We don't know if Ant-Man was already dead at that time or if Goliath is actually actually the one who killed him. But regardless, it's super messed up because Ant-Man is dead and Cassandra Nova is messed up herself, so she is using him as a base. But Deadpool cracks the joke, Paul Rudd finally aged, which is hilarious because, of course, Paul Rudd is the actor who plays Ant-Man. And if you take a look at Paul Rudd at the start of his career and look at how he looks now, it literally looks like the dude has not aged at all. And it's been a running joke for a pretty long time, not just with Marvel fans, but in Hollywood. In fact, sometimes it looks like Paul Rudd is even getting younger. So this is a great joke, great fourth wall breaking, calling Ant-Man by the actor's name, Paul Rudd, not by his character name, Scott Lang, but the person who plays him. And this is what I am really looking forward to when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine. And this scene is actually from something that I mentioned not too long ago. This is from an Imax exclusive trailer that is currently playing right now in theaters. We reported a few days ago that we would be getting a specific IMAX trailer that had new scenes for Deadpool and Wolverine on it. Well, it seems like it had 11 seconds of new scenes, the two scenes being the ones that we showed you in the beginning, the diner scene and the Paul Rudd aging scene. So if you go to the movies anytime soon, keep an eye out for this new exclusive trailer. But speaking of Deadpool trailers, we are still owed one more final trailer and also most likely some sneak peeks and some footage that is going to come out at very specific times. Like when tickets go on sale, which is probably going to happen 1 month before the movie comes out, we're probably going to get a special look or a special trailer giving us a lot of new footage for the film. In fact, if it's like what Marvel has done with the past several times, they'll just simply show us a scene from Deadpool and Wolverine. So a final trailer still left for Deadpool and Wolverine and some scenes coming very soon. The film is only 2 months away, so Marvel Studios is about to start kicking out the promotions big time. Now, speaking of trailers, like I mentioned in the beginning, Agatha has some big updates. The teaser trailer has been ready for a while now, according to Scarlet Witch updates. So expect the teaser for Agatha to drop relatively soon since they have had it done for a while. They're most likely just looking for the perfect opportunity to release it. Obviously, they're doing a lot of promotions for Deadpool right now, and that's about to ramp up as well. But since Agatha is coming, they obviously have to promote it. So the teaser trailer is ready. So expect it really any time now. And again, this will tie into the more supernatural side, the darker side of the MCU. With Blade and the Midnight Suns coming, that side of the MCU is about to kick off in a really big way. And when it comes to the Midnight Suns project, it looks like Marvel Studios is interested in Fede Alvarez. And I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong. I apologize, but they're looking at him to direct the Midnight Suns. That is apparently who Marvel Studios wants, according to the insider My Time to Shine Hello. He's a writer, producer, and director for some pretty big names out there, mostly kind of horror-esque films like Evil Dead, Don't Breathe, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, etc. So this pretty much confirms that the Midnight Suns really is going to have a darker vibe and very well could be another Marvel Studios rated R film, which I think a lot of people would like. It's also rumored that Dane Whitman's Black Knight is going to be returning at some point, not in the Eternal sequel because it doesn't look like the Eternal sequel is going to happen, but in a different movie. We've heard it's not Blade, so possibly the Midnight Suns. And speaking of Blade, we've heard that Mahershala Ali is pretty happy with what they've got so far. Obviously, it was a wreck in the beginning with many different scripts being completely rewritten, writers leaving, directors leaving, just the whole thing has been a mess, but apparently they're in a really good place now, and Mahershala Ali, who is playing Blade, of course, is pretty happy. So really great news overall for the more darker side of the MCU. So let us know how excited you are for that, and let us know how excited you are for Deadpool and Wolverine in the comments down below. Please don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on the MCU. Also, if you subscribe and leave a comment, you're entered in our giveaway for a chance to win an Xbox Series X or a PS5. We pick one winner at the end of every single month. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, and if you're on there, we would love your support. And of course, as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.